Hi friends, hope you all are doing well. Today I wanted to talk about the books that I plan on reading for the Indigathon. The Indigathon is a readathon that's taking place during the month of November. If you are unaware, in the US, November is Native American Heritage Month. Brody and Michelle decided to create this readathon to uplift and celebrate Indigenous authors and Indigenous stories. It's just so inspiring when people recognize a need for something or the lack of something and they just take charge and get stuff done. And I think that's exactly what Brody and Michelle have done. They have created this beautiful readathon with a bingo board with different challenges. There is a Twitter, there are Twitter sprints, all that good stuff. Because I know that November is going to be a month of transition for me, I may not be able to participate as fully as I would like, but I do have a stack of books that I think will suffice. So the first one that I want to mention is Mapping the Interior. This is by Stephen Graham Jones. This little baby right here is a horror novella. This is following our 15-year-old main character, and while he's walking around in his house, he sees this figure dressed in full Blackfeet regalia, and this figure very much reminds him of his father who has died mysteriously. This is about characters who are grappling with their ancestry and living with the aftermath of the father's death. I don't read horror, but I will make an exception for this beautiful cover. Plus, I was on Stephen Graham Jones's little official website and he seems like such a hoot, so I am very much excited for this one. Oh, I should also mention that the books that I'm about to talk about are a variety of genres, so if you are looking for some books to read this November, hopefully this gives some inspiration as well. The next book that I'm hoping to pick up is The Break. This is by Katarina Vermette. This is also the group read for the Indigathon. This story starts off when a young mother witnesses a crime and goes on to report this crime. People who are somehow connected to this event are also giving their perspective on what went on and what led up to that event. I love me a multi-perspective story. This is also a multi-generational story. Love that as well. This story speaks on the resiliency of Indigenous women and also the power of family. The next one that I want to talk about is Moon of the Crusted Snow. This is by Wabgeshig Rice. I know that Kayla from Books and Lala read this book. I think this is like a dystopian, like apocalyptic thriller, and this community of people, they find that their power has been shut off, and while they're trying to figure out what to do and how to survive, there are these visitors that come into their community. From there, the visitors start to take advantage of their power and take advantage of the people who are living there. I'm so up for this. Again, this is a thriller. I do not read thrillers, but we are trying something new in November. The next one that I have is Hearts Unbroken. This is by Cynthia Letic Smith. This follows Louise, who is a young girl who has this super alpha jock boyfriend or whatever, until the boyfriend says some really disrespectful and terrible things about the Native American community after she dumps his butt. She then is able to take the time to really focus on the school newspaper and is covering a story about the backlash surrounding the school's production of The Wizard of Oz. I have a feeling that the school wants to be more inclusive, and people may not feel that the cast matches their traditional view of The Wizard of Oz. Sounds familiar, no? So anyways, that's the next one. The next book that I hope to pick up is Future Home of the Living God. This is by Louise Erdrich. This is a dystopian novel in which evolution is going backwards. In this story, there is this woman who has given birth to twins, but The twins don't look very human-like, and I believe the society is dealing with all of this and figuring out what to do. In addition to that, we are following our main character, who is a young Native American woman who was adopted into a white household. This young woman is pregnant, and what she is hoping to do is to find her birth mother and to really connect to her roots. I have been wanting to read this book for a very long time. Dystopians are my brand, sort of, kind of. So I'm very excited for this. I should stop saying I'm really excited for books because I'm excited for all of them. Otherwise, I wouldn't pick them up. The next one that I want to talk about is An Indigenous People's History of the United States. This is by Roxanne Dunbar Ortiz. A little bit of nonfiction sprinkled in here. I was talking to my roommate about how it's so important to note that people who oppress others are often the ones that control the narrative, and I think it's so very important to get beyond what we've been taught in schools, what these outdated museums say, and really open our minds to understand what's truly going on and what has truly taken place in what is called the US. And I am very grateful for this because I know there are a lot of holes in my knowledge. So here we go. And the last book that I want to mention is Trail of Lightning by Rebecca Roanhorse. This takes place in an alternate America where the indigenous peoples have taken their land back, and there are also monsters, I think, on the earth or something like that. Our main character is one of those people that fights the monsters. This is unlike anything that I have ever read, so I am very much looking forward to it. So those are the books that I hope to get to during the Indigathon. If you are participating, please let me know what you are going to be reading. If you have created a TBR or anything like that, let me know so I can watch. I will put all of the details down below so you can participate as well. I hope that you all are doing well, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!